How's it going, everybody? It's MTG Mondays, and this week we are featuring Zedruu the Greathearted for 99 problems. And this is my budget list for Zedruu. This deck costs anywhere from $50 and under sometimes, or $50 and more, not too much. But it's right about around the $50 mark. The most expensive cards in the deck are probably... there's just a few. I think like $5 is like the most that any one card really is. So if you don't know what Zedruu is, he is one red, white, blue for a 2/4 Minotaur Monk. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of permanents you own that your opponents control. And you can pay red, white, blue to give target permanent you control to an opponent. So first off, we got our lands. We've got Is It Boilerworks, Carekeep, Calciform Pools, Boros Guildgate, Ancient Amphitheater, Clifftop Retreat, Temple of False God, Azorius Chancery. We have, I think it's 6 mountains. Yep, 6 mountains, 11 islands. 11 islands, and I believe 9 plains. And so those are the lands. First we're going to start off with just some of the spells of the deck. We have Portent of Betrayal, Turn and Burn, just to get rid of some stuff. Confiscate, this is one of my favorite just steal stuff spells. For 4 double blue, you control enchanted permanent. So you can take stuff like their planeswalkers, or if they just play anything better, that's fine. I had a lot of stuff like control magic and stuff in here, but it really wasn't doing that great, just because if you give control of this to an opponent, then they actually just get that creature. Spin into Myth, get some problem things on the bottom. Preordain, Stolen Goods, Spiritual Asylum. This card's really good because we don't actually attack a lot in this deck. I think there's a total of like 8 creatures, maybe 9 in the entire deck. I think there's only 8 of them though that we actually use, so that we don't donate. Illusionist Bracers, so you get double Zedruu activations. Phyrexian Revoker, Spine of Saw, just to take care of some stuff. Some mana acceleration in Coalition Relic, Felwar Stone, and Sphere of the Suns. Sphere of the Suns is nice because after we use all of the counters on it, we can just donate it away with Zedruu. Mangara's Tome to go get some stuff into our hand, and it's also nice because after it's done, we can just donate this card too, and we end up drawing a lot of cards, so we're able to just get these cards out of here, out from under here pretty fast. Same thing with Parallel Thoughts. Mana Flare. Next is kind of some global effects that these are cards I can donate with Zedruu and nothing changes, and so it's better just to donate them. So first off, we have Mana Flare. So 2 in a red. Whenever a player taps mana for land, it produces an additional color or additional mana of that type. So it's just an accelerant for everybody, and if you donate it, nothing changes. Sulfuric Vortex, just a bunch of damage to everybody. This kind of hurts us because it makes it so we can't gain life, but we only really play this after we're kind of established and we're starting to, you know, donate some stuff. Burning Earth, just we don't play a lot of non-basics, so we kind of just punish the people that do. Witch Hunt, we will never control this card really. Yeah, it's pretty nice to not ever control Witch Hunt. And again, the players can't gain life. It kind of screws you with Zedruu. At least you still get to draw the cards. Lightmine Field is really fun because it holds off all the token decks. And like I said, if you donate this to somebody, it doesn't really matter because it still happens. Ashlink's Prerogative. So when it comes into play, you choose even or odd. Each creature with converted mana cost of the chosen value has haste, and each creature without that mana cost come into play tapped. So it's just a fun little random card you can do. Rest in peace. Dovescape is really fun because, like I said, with Zedruu, it doesn't matter who you give this to, you're just gonna get doves anyways. And after we play this, after we're kind of established and gaining some life each turn, and we don't care about throwing our enchantments and other things away just to make a bunch of doves and start attacking. Next is a few draw spells, I think. No. So anyways, we got Dictate. It is a Howling Mine that you can play at the end of their turn, and so you get the benefit first, and then you can actually just donate this to them, and then the next turn you'll draw an extra 2 cards. Celestial Dawn. This card hoses any players that do not play planes, because when you play it, you just get to donate it to whoever's commander does not use white, and their lands just add colorless mana, so they can't cast anything. Detention Sphere. After you take care of something, you just donate this. It's pretty nice. Oblivion Ring. Oblivion Ring, same thing as Detention Sphere. After you take care of something, just donate it. Bubble Matrix. All damage dealt to creatures is reduced to 0. So, like I said, it doesn't matter if you donate this. Portcullis is really fun. We don't play a bunch of creatures in the deck, so with this in play, it just kind of, it makes so your opponents really can't play anything and they have to take care of it. Here's a few creatures, artifact creatures that we like to donate in the form of Rust Elemental. So at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice an artifact other than Rust Elemental. If you cannot, tap it and you lose 4 life. So basically it's just a way for them to lose 4 life or make them have to get rid of their relevant artifacts. So Grid Monitor is really fun to give people. Makes it so they cannot play spell or creatures. So that's fun. Font of Mythos and Howling Mine. We play these out and give them to people. Let's see. Gauntlets of Chaos is just a way to switch control of 2 different things if you don't really have a Zedruu out, or if you just want to do it later. It's just a cool card to have. I like it. I just like the flavor of it. Prophetic Prism. If you really want to, you can donate to this to somebody because it really doesn't do much. It just fixes their mana a little bit, but in Commander they should be fixed anyways. So if you need to, you can donate this if you absolutely have to. So the rest of these things is just things that you just give to them. Extraplanar Lens. When you imprint it, no matter what, you're going to be able to, everybody gets that effect, so if you imprint an island and then donate this, it doesn't matter. Islands are still going to be worth 2. Precursor Golem. You can donate the golems that, this thing makes, and then if somebody tries to kill your golem, their golem gets destroyed too. It's a cool card. I've always liked Precursor Golem. Paradox Haze. These are kind of neat because you enchant yourself and then you give control of this to your opponent, and then everything still happens the way it is, except that Zedruu's ability goes off twice. Fate Foretold. This card's nice. You just draw a card, and it says whenever the enchanted creature dies, its controller draws a card. So if you put this on one of your dudes and give them control of Fate Foretold, even if your guy dies, you will still draw that card, because it says the creature's controller draws the card. Pacifism, just stops some attackers. Temporal Isolation, same thing, and you can give control to every one of these to your opponent. Next is kind of just a little sub-theme of making their stuff either into islands or lands they just cannot use. So we've got Phantasmal Terrain, Convincing Mirage, Lingering Mirage, Spreading Seas. We have a few curses in the deck. These are cool because, like I said, you can just enchant them with it and then give them control of it. So it's like they basically played it on themselves. Curse of Exhaustion, Curse of Bloodletting, Curse of the Forsaken, and Curse of Inertia. Next is just a few cards to kind of protect Zedruu. I'm not playing cards like Lightning Greaves or anything like that. One, because I just don't have that many extras. They're all in commander decks right now. And two, they're a little expensive for a super budget deck. A budget deck that's playing stuff like, you know, curses. So we got Indestructibility, Ward of Lights, which you can play it as an instant if you really need to, and you can give a creature protection from a color of your choice. It's an enchantment. Mystic Veil, same thing with that, except it just gives the creature Shroud. We have a few Totem Armors. We've got Hyena Umbra, and the other ones are buried in here. Pentarch Ward, choose color. They have protection from that color, and you get to draw a card with it. There's one. Eel Umbra, Eland Umbra. And now we're getting to the creatures of the deck. Figure of Destiny. I have him in here just because I really like this card, and if you're sitting back with nothing to do, why not make him bigger? So, Hypnotic Siren, it kind of becomes a, you know, it's a two-leveled spell. Early game you have a 1/1 flyer that can do stuff. In the late game you can just steal one of their creatures. Daring Thief, switch control of things, which is fun. This guy's really fun. Chrome Shell Crab, the same thing. You can switch control of stuff when it morphs. Chasm Stalker, this is a new card I just put in here. We draw a lot of cards in this deck with all of the font effects, or the Howling Mine effects, and Zedruu himself, so Chasm Stalker becomes pretty large. Bazaar Trader, this is kind of fun to do. You can just start giving so many things away with this. The only thing you cannot give away is enchantments, which is okay. That's fine, but if you take control of something with the Act of Treason card that I have here, Portrait of Betrayal, you can actually just gain control of that creature just indefinitely, because it says target player gains control of target artifact, creature, or land that you control. So you control it with this, then you gain control of it permanently with Bazaar Trader. Helad's Pilgrim to go get any of those auras that we went through. Sea Singer just to get some stuff, and with, you know, all of this kind of a sub-theme of the spreading seas and whatnot, you pretty much can always use her. And Assemble Legion, I have this in the creature slot just because it's pretty much a bunch of creatures every turn. If we're just sitting back doing not much and gaining life and drawing cards, Assemble Legion becomes pretty good. So that is my Zedruu the Greathearted budget EDH list. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like I said, I know this deck isn't like super flashy or anything, but it's a budget deck. If you guys are looking for something to build on the cheap, you can put this deck together for around $50. Let me know what to build on next time. I'm actually looking to build with some of the new legendaries from M15. I picked up a few of them this weekend, so I'm looking to maybe build something with Jalira or something. So let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.